Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, I'd like to take you on a short journey through the history of Tibetan ethics, how Tibetans have understood right and wrong, good and bad, and what it means to live a moral life. Tibetan ethics is not a system written only in books. It is something that grew slowly out of everyday life, shaped by long social practice, the natural environment, and two major traditions: Bon, Tibet's indigenous belief system, and Tibetan Buddhism. Together, they formed an ethical culture that emphasizes compassion, intention, equality, and responsibility, often in ways that go beyond religion itself. Let me begin with one of the most important ideas in Tibetan ethics: intention. In Tibetan moral thought, an action is judged primarily by motivation, not just by outward behavior. For example, telling a lie in order to save a life may be seen as morally good, while telling the truth with the intention to harm someone is not. What matters most is the state of mind behind the action. Ethics, therefore, is not only about what we do, but why we do it. Because most Tibetans practice Tibetan Buddhism, Buddhist ethics form the core of traditional moral life. These values influence family relations, community rules, and even attitudes toward death and suffering. Ethics is not separated from daily life. It is woven into it. At the heart of Tibetan ethics lies compassion, or nage. Compassion and altruism are seen as the highest moral qualities. Influenced by both Bon and Buddhism, Tibetans are encouraged to care for others selflessly. The ultimate ethical goal is the relief of suffering, achieved through the combination of wisdom, understanding reality as it is, and compassion, a deep concern for all living beings. His Holiness the Dalai Lama often emphasizes that true ethics does not require religion. He argues for secular ethics, based on shared human values such as kindness, responsibility, and emotional awareness. In this sense, Tibetan ethics speaks not only to Tibetans, but to humanity as a whole. Another key principle is equality. Bon's animistic worldview teaches respect for mountains, rivers, animals, and spirits. This fosters an early sense that life itself deserves respect. Tibetan Buddhism deepens this idea by teaching that all sentient beings have the potential to become enlightened. This belief creates a powerful ethical foundation for dignity, justice, and moral responsibility. Closely related to this is the idea of interdependence. In Tibetan thought, nothing exists in isolation. Our actions affect not only ourselves, but our community, society, and the natural world. Moral decisions are therefore evaluated in terms of their wider consequences, not just personal gain. The belief in karma also plays a central role. Actions are understood to produce corresponding results, if not immediately, then over time. This belief encourages ethical self-discipline, respect for moral rules, and accountability in everyday life. In daily social conduct, Tibetan ethics also emphasizes respect for elders, care for the young, honesty, and personal integrity. These values are passed down through customs, etiquette, and social rituals. We can see Tibetan ethics clearly reflected in customs and taboos. For example, many Tibetans observe dietary restrictions. Beef and mutton are commonly eaten, but animals such as horses, dogs, and donkeys are traditionally avoided. In many regions, fish and other aquatic animals are taboo, often linked to local protective deities. These practices reflect a deep moral respect for nature and non-human life. Even everyday activities, like drinking tea or sharing alcohol, are guided by rules of etiquette that reinforce humility, respect, and social harmony. To conclude, Tibetan ethics is a rich and comprehensive moral system shaped by centuries of lived experience. Through the integration of Bon philosophy and Tibetan Buddhism, it seeks to guide individual behavior, maintain social harmony, and cultivate compassion beyond religious boundaries. These ethical values are not just part of history. They continue to shape Tibetan moral life today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday.